Hi, today we're going to carry out a ranking of our different studies. Ranking allows you to compare the different variables of all your individual studies. So let's just right click and go to view ranking. These are our time studies, by the way. And so when we click on view ranking, it opens a new screen where you can see a comparison of all the different variables. Then we have the standard time, the basic work content, the number of elements, occasional percentage, a listing of the longest element, a percentage that the longest element is of the standard time, and all these different variables. We can actually create a chart based on this data. So let's choose standard time. Let's select a color, and we want to choose specific studies. So we choose Duranded. Let's just add it on. Then we choose sacrifice, tester. Let's select another one. Whole. These are basically all the standard times of these individual studies being loaded onto the chart, and we can then actually change the chart type. We can view it as a Pareto chart. It's being loaded. Click there to see the values, or we can choose it as a pie chart, see all the different variables. Let's just put it back in column. Now we can actually save the chart as we can in every other study. And now we want to add another variable, so let's select basic work content, and now our chart is going to contain the standard time and the basic work content of all the individual studies that we've added to the chart. And there you go. We can actually save now the PDF report. Let's click there, save into our desktop, minimize this, and let's actually go to the desktop, and there we can view the chart which we saved earlier. And then we can view our PDF report, which contains all the rank properties as well as the chart. We can actually save an Excel folder as well, but our Excel folder will contain every single study instead of just the owners that we've selected. So let's look at the ranking of our control charts. There we have the process capability index, the desired mean, spec limits. Everything is compared for all the individual studies that we carry out. The range mean, the X mean. We can look at the percentage of values below or above the upper control or lower control limits for the X and the R chart. It's a very extensive addition to it's a very extensive way to look at and compare your individual studies. Let's look at PTS comparison. There you have your different activities of position, release, disengage, all compared for the individual studies. Let's now look at correlation trend comparison, which is actually quite large because there's a lot of data involved in the correlation trend reports. There you have your mean, your median, your mode, standard deviations, your correlation values are calculated. As you can see, we can create charts and we can create PDF reports and Excel data based on each and every one of these studies, regardless of what it is. Here we have our simulations compared, and there you have your durations, your processing time, average times, queue lengths, everything that is involved in the study is compared in the ranking screen. And lastly, we have our balancing. So that's basically how you rank all your reports throughout Pi. Thank you.